Alright, well, Kenny here. He's dead. Donald, he's dead. This room also, yeah, all of the damage it incurred during the cutscene, yeah, that happened. It actually reflects the room itself. I think that's pretty cool. I also think this game looks better than I remember. Like, a lot of the lighting and, like, the fake lighting and just textured work and stuff, it's really good. Anyway, we're back in the armory. We've got the level 2 card. So not only can we go through there, but we can also come in here and we can get the cardboard box as well as the FAMAs, but what's this on the sides of the wall? That's right. That's right. It's our old friend IR sensors. And you might notice the boxes there, how they look. They had a big H on the top. Well, that's because that's the heliport box. And if we equip it, we look very similar. Now, if you look very carefully, though, at the icon at the bottom, that's actually the exact orange box icon from MGS2. They did not change it. Kind of funny. Now, I mentioned getting an alert in this room.
Freeze.
I'm not going to do that yet.
Don't kill me. Huh? Who's there?
But if we do get an alert in this room, the music's pretty good because it has a remix, or at least a sample of the Sons of Liberty theme. Boop, let's just go up here, back to the tank hangar. And let's call Meryl. We'll just check the back of the box and find out that her codec is 140.15.
Who are you?
I was really impressed with the way you busted yourself out of there.
The one from the prison?
You're the Colonel's niece, Meryl, right?
Got the tanker,
It's
not the
him.
tanker, the
Just
tank
exactly who
hangar
are you?
theme in the background. Little higher fidelity than the PS1 version.
You came alone? Trying to
Only
be
the
some
best
kind of
like
hero?
you, Snake, can slip on all 10 banana peels in a row.
You're just like your
Yeah,
fellow, you know?
although the banana wouldn't be invented until 1974, in which it was used to
What's your
hold men
name?
up.
My name's not important.
I'm not important. I'm Meryl.
Ah. Could you be
I still love that. I still love that that line is so bad
Some people call
that
it
Meryl
the
immediately
legendary
goes,
Solid
oh,
Snake?
oh, that's
You?
definitely Snake. He said my name's not it. No, no, only Snake would say something that dumb.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
My eyes?
They're not soldiers' eyes.
They're rookie's eyes, right?
No. They're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
Just what I'd expect from the legendary Solid Snake. You trying to sweep me off my feet?
Don't worry. You'll land back on them once you meet me. The reality is no match for the legend, I'm afraid.
Yeah, hero worship is dangerous. No man is a god. No man is free of faults. You shouldn't,
Like him.
put anyone on a pedestal, even if you like some of the stuff they've done. They shouldn't be exempt from
You're
criticism.
not brothers, are you?
Wonder why I'm bringing that up as a theme. I don't know. Anyway, this game's pretty cool, right?
No. Maybe I'll ask him personally. But first, I want some information. You were involved in this exercise from the beginning.
You know, the cutscene director, in Silicon Knights, they didn't decide
What
to
is this
redo
place? I don't think it's just a nuclear weapon
the
disposal
cutscenes
facility.
and
I
the
hope
voice
it's
acting and
just like them.
retranslate
Nobody's told you
the
anything,
script
did they?
or anything like that.
Okay.
Twin Snakes
This
is not a
place
man.
is
He did not
disposing
decide
nuclear
those things,
weapons.
but a man did
This
decide
place
those
is owned and
things.
operated by a dummy
Wonder who
corporation
that man
called
was.
Armstead.
Anyway, hey, this place is actually not about
Right. For the
unmaking
development of
nukes, it's
nuclear.
about making nukes, so
Foxhound and the next
that
generation
complicates
special
things.
forces were called here for the test launching of a dummy nuclear warhead.
But we already knew that. We already beat MTS1.
Because they're a special ops group used to handling top secret missions.
Yep,
They figured they could help keep it all hush hush.
they're the top of the
They
ops.
must have been test firing dummy warheads for a while. Why just this time?
Because it's a special thing.
Because this was to be a final test before the
It's a
formal
special
adoption of the
nuke
Metal Gear
launcher.
program.
A special big
That's what I
gun.
heard anyway.
Sounds kind of fishy. So what do you think the terrorists want?
Sorry, I'm not sure. I was captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
Oh yeah. That's when he gave you the detonation code override keys, right?
That's right.
Amazing you were able to keep them hidden from the guards.
Here's this
Well,
famous line.
women have more hiding places than men.
What did she mean by
Anyway,
this?
You met Baker, huh? How's he holding up?
He's
What
dead.
did she mean by
What?
this?
Heart attack. Same as the DARPA chief.
The chief died from a heart attack too?
Yeah. Was either of them sick or anything?
No. Not that I heard of.
Well, I don't believe in coincidences. Something funny's going on.
Huh.
Not like
Sounds like
funny,
it,
haha.
but I have
More
no
like,
idea
hey,
what.
does this fish smell funny to you?
Yet.
It's been in my fridge a couple
You know
days.
the person who designed Metal Gear?
It hasn't hit the expiration date
Dr.
yet, but it
Emmerich?
smells a little bit more like
He
fish
should
than
be
it
in the
should.
research lab
That
in
kind
the
of
second
funny.
floor basement
Not
of the
like Rita
nuclear
Rugna
warhead
funny
storage
either.
building to the
You know what
north.
I mean, Meryl?
Second floor basement.
Yeah, that's where his lab is. I think they're forcing him to work on the nuclear launching program.
So they'll need him alive until that's done anyway.
Then we'd better do something before he finishes.
You're right. In case we can't override the detonation code in time, I need to ask him how to destroy Metal Gear.
You plan to take that thing on by yourself,
Yeah.
Snake?
It won't be the first time.
No, it won't.
How do we get to the
Here's the
nuclear
good thing about
warhead
Metal
storage
Gear.
where
It's
the
still
dummies
just a
be
big
held?
robot, so like
There's a
firing a bunch of
tunnel
missiles
through
at
the
it
floor of
works
this
pretty
building
well.
that leads to the north.
What's the security level of the door there?
5. But it's okay. I've got a level 5 card.
Well, I've got to go save the doctor. You should go to the...
I'm going with you.
No way. You're still too
I
green.
forgot he says
Why don't
it
you
like
hide
that.
somewhere?
No way.
I'm not
Oh, I need that voice
Yes, you
clip.
are.
I
You
need that. I
lost
need
the
that
soul
isolated
from
for my own use.
and it's all
No
over.
way.
Good luck doesn't last forever.
I don't know what happened. I just couldn't pull the trigger right away. I never had any problems in training. It was frightening to think that with a
Oh, this
pull
is an
trigger,
original
it could
track
take
for
someone's
this.
life.
It's not like shooting targets in
This
training.
is MIDI. No, it's not a. It was meant to be a MIDI version of The Best Is
Every
Yet to
day of my
Come, but it
life,
was
I
replaced with
trained
just
my mind and body for the one
The Best
day
Is
when I
Yet to
could
Come
finally see some
in
real action.
the
And
PlayStation
now,
version. But in
So
this,
what
it's an
now?
original track.
You want to quit?
I can't quit. I can't allow myself to quit now.
It's
Listen,
pretty good too,
you're
actually,
not
listening
normal
to
if
it.
You don't feel something the first time you kill. Killing without
I do quite like this game's soundtrack.
In a war, all of mankind's
The only
worst
complaint I have is
worst
that they
traits
didn't
emerge.
use the
It's
typical
easy to
alert
forget
theme.
What a sin is in the middle of a battlefield.
But this isn't a war. It's a terrorist
But
action.
I like the new
You're
stuff
just
they
a little
added.
junkie
Particularly a lot of the boss
guy.
themes are really
The
good.
adrenaline in your bloodstream is starting to thin out. Just take it easy.
But I
You
learned
could
all
see
about
they
combat high at
didn't.
the academy.
We'll talk about it later. For now, just think about keeping yourself alive.
Keep yourself alive. And also, keep yourself
if I
alive
get
too.
Out of here alive, I'll think about that other stuff.
Okay.
And now the Tank Hanger music's
Let me
back.
try to say this another way. Stay
'Cause they're
the
being
hell
sassy
out
with
of
each
my
other.
way.
You're a real bastard, just like my uncle said.
Huh. I told you, the real me is no match for the legend.
Looks like you were right.
Go ahead. Share a little chuckle, you two. Oh, they're so cute.
I'll be a good girl.
Wait, I thought
We'll
Mantis
link
said
up
I was the
after I
good
grab the
girl.
doctor.
Unless he
Hang
meant
on to the
you.
key until then.
I'm
Got that.
confused.
But listen, I know this area better than
He did mean
Call me
Meryl.
if
It's
you
just
have
weird
any
that he's
questions.
looking at Snake when he says good girl.
Careful, okay?
Or if you're, you
I'll
know,
contact you.
my understanding is if you're any of the various women who enjoy Metal Gear, you think Mantis is saying that to you because, I don't know, everyone's horny for Mantis, and I think that's a little weird considering that he hates horniness. He's kind of sex repulsed. Anyway, we got to go over here because we've got the level 1 key card now.
Freeze.
Hey,
No.
we don't got to use karate moves on this guy now
Please.
because we can hold him up. He's not giving us anything, though. But over in the corner, we got our circumslipper, which means now we are a force to be reckoned with. No surveillance camera,
Nothing here.
nor IR sensor, nor anything can defeat us now.
Somebody there?
Is there somebody there, he says.
Freeze.
He don't know.
Help.
Help, he says. Give me that dog tag. Give me that dog tag. Oh, yeah, Meryl? Got something to say? I'm sneaking here. I'm doing espionage.
Where are you?
But thank you for unlocking the
Where
door.
I can see ya.
Oh, she's so cheeky.
Around too much.
Don't worry. I'm disguised in this enemy uniform.
Won't be long with that
Won't
big
be
butt of
long
yours.
The way you walk.
What does that
I mean, you got a great ass.
Nothing.
Not as good as mine,
Listen,
though.
Snake, the
It's pretty
cargo
funny we
doors
make
are
such a
there
big deal
behind.
out of your ass being great, but like,
Infrared sensors.
everyone on the internet just talks about mine.
If an intruder is sensed, gas is released.
No, we don't want that.
Okay, so we'll meet at the nuclear warhead storage building.
Wait. You said you'd stay put and be a good girl.
I changed my mind.
Don't get careless. That's when things always turn sour.
Sorry, but this is the only way I can figure whether or not I'm cut out to be a soldier. I gotta get my hands dirty.
These guys are professionals. You're gonna get yourself killed.
See you there.
I do like the choice to reuse the illustrations for the codec rather than the models. It does help get the MGS1 feeling across. That man reset? The man that was on his way down here? Oh no, he went around a weird way.
Freeze.
Well,
Freeze.
there we go. We'll just deal with them. And, like I said, now that we've got the suppressed SOCOM, we're a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, late. Are you late? There we go. We can just turn that camera off permanently. And now dudes are going to want to come out and check that out, but we don't care. We don't care.
Looks all clear.
This room, not too much interesting in here. Bunch of guys down there. We don't need to mess with them.
Just a minute.
And let's just permanently turn that camera off. Hey, look, the other tank is gone. It's missing. I wonder where it could be. We can't get back in there. It's level 4. We can get into this room now. Get our mine detector. Looks a little bit different from the PlayStation version. There's less workstations. But there are lockers. And there's this, which looks like a node from MGS2. It also kind of looks like it might be an MSX. I'm not really sure what they were going for there. But yeah, we don't have that little drawing tablet we had in the original MGS1. Instead, we've got what I think is a screenshot of like the old Silicon Knights website. Oh, there's like a man really close to me. What's he doing out there? Oh, look, those are like little personal lockers as well. That's cute.
Nothing here.
Anyway, yeah. That's a little interesting bit of trivia. I believe that's the old Silicon Knights website. Oh, yeah! We also got the FAMAs. Unlike MGS2, we actually get to use it. That's why I consider this game an alternative to MGS2 rather than an alternative to MGS1. It's a little awkward because the GameCube doesn't have pressure-sensitive buttons, so you have to hold the A button, which is the fire button, as well as the Y button. The Y is the safety, or is the not fire button. So you got to awkwardly put your finger over both buttons if you want to do what I'm doing right now. And then if you want to make sure you don't fire it, you have to slide your finger off of the fire button first and then off of the safety button. Little awkward, little unwieldy, but it's fine. We can get by. I don't really like using assault rifles in Metal Gear, as I have mentioned and will continue to mention, because they're noisy and they're loud and they murder dudes. And I don't want to do any of those things, but what I do want to do is just whoop, flip off of here, and now we can go in here.
Be careful, Snake. That airlock is set with infrared sensors.
Infrared sensors.
You probably can't see them with your naked eyes, but there are infrared beams coming out of that wall. Touch any one.
But can
of
I
them
see
and
it with
doors
the
will
solid
fall,
eye?
the place will
Yeah.
be flooded with poison gas. Somehow you've got to get through without setting off those sensors.
We do. So, if you remember Metal Gear Solid 1, remember we got to use the Thermga to go through here, or we got to use, man, that is eye-searing, or the SIGs. But, hey, if you remember Metal Gear Solid 2, do you remember Metal Gear Solid 2? Well, here's the thing. Like I said, and like I'm going to continue saying, this game's sort of an alternative, more fleshed out version of Metal Gear Solid 2. So now that we've got the SOCOM supper, look what we got down here. We've got those little machines. And no beam on the first set of IR sensors. That's right. You can do this the MGS1 way, or you can do this the MGS2 way and just shoot out these little devices. I think that's really neat. I think that's cute. We're going to see this revisited in the future in this exact area. Also, you can shoot the fire extinguisher to spread particles to make those easy to see as well. So they actually just added more options for getting through here. I think that's really rad. I legitimately really like what this game did. A lot of people will say this is a bad remake. Again, no, I think it's an expansion of MGS2. And also, no, I think that's being a good remake. I think that, taking that idea, oh, hey, why are there exploding barrels here? That's weird. I think taking the setup of the first game and applying the gameplay of the second game and giving you more options to overcome an obstacle, I think that's actually being a good remake. But maybe I'm just old-fashioned. Well, looking through our scope, we can see once again, there's definitely no tank here to ambush us. So let's just equip our mine detector and go forward. Oh.
Snake, be careful. There are Claymore mines around there.
Are they stealth equipped and invisible to the naked eye?
Who are you? Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position.
No, we just looked through the binoculars. No, there's not.
One of your fans.
Weird. So anyway, we can get the claymores like this, or because we've got MGS2 gameplay, we can put on the Thermga, and we can see them, and we can detonate them like this. Remember when I showed you could do that in MGS2? Yeah, you can do that here too. That's actually really handy because if you're like me and you like to go non-lethal as much as possible, you end up in situations where you can't pick up a claymore mine, so you gotta slowly, tediously walk over it. And it's just nice to have the ability to disarm it from a distance with our remote control that we use to turn off electronic devices. Also, once again, Where is there a tank? Where is this tank hiding? There is no tank here. I wish they would have added it. I wish they would have, like, actually let you see the tank physically being there, but you cannot. Hey, you know, let's just eat a ration. Why don't we? So we can be topped off. And yeah, look, no tank. They even show you there's no tank. I guess the tank has been equipped with stealth as well. Because, yeah, where was that? It kind of looked like it drove out of the door, maybe? Oh, it did! Look, the door... Oh my gosh! They actually... I never noticed that. I'm not even being facetious. I never noticed that. They actually explain it very subtly in the cutscene. Wow. Twin Snakes has subtle nuances to deal with plot holes. Anyway, check it out. It's Vulcan Raven.
Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let you pass.
I like Vulcan Raven. He's cool. He's a big guy for you. I said that last time. But see, it's a remake, so I'm remaking the joke. Speaking of remake, we're doing this shot again.
Send him a message.
So in the original game, Snake did a flip here to dodge this. But here he actually does get blasted back. Look at that. And he's getting exploded all over the place. Where'd your trickster style go?
You belong on the ground.
He's no Pyro Bison. You and the Pyro Bison.
You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's fight.
Whoop, forgot to close that. Okay. Alright, so, hey, it's the M1 tank. You remember how this went before. Well, it goes kind of similar. We want to throw a chaff grenade. Yep, now he can't really see us. Check this out. This wasn't here before. Whoa, he is drifting. Oh my god! Jeez. There we go. Yeah, this little crawly hole here was not present in the original game. Oh. Just pick that back up. Oh yeah, with the bandana, you can also give yourself infinite claymores. I mean, you have infinite claymores because you have the bandana. But... Can you not do that? You can also just put down a claymore and pick it back up. Anyway, that should be enough. So how do we non-lethally defeat a tank? Well, there's a couple ways. One of which is you can just lob stun grenades up there all day. There you go. Landed right on his lap. And another way is you can actually use the M9 in first person. That's a little scary. That gun pointed right at us, but we're a little too close. But if he gets far away, he will fire it at us. So you got to stay kind of close. But then he's going to want to get close to run us over. It's a little nerve-wracking. There we go. You can do that, but I prefer the stun grenade method. And again, since we've preserved the timeline and got the infinity bandana, we can just toss as many of these up here as we want. Pretty simple fight. What just crashed? Someone's crashing. Throwing these things is a little tricky, so I don't feel too bad about using the infinite ammo that I have earned through playing the game. Please don't run over me. Thank you. Boop. The sound he makes is very funny. Come on, come back out. There we go. Gunner 1 defeated, but oh no, see how you like this? Robin from Teen Titans. What are you doing here? Wonder if we'll hear him again in MGS3 because the games were being made at the same time and reuse several elements, primarily just a couple of the extras and a couple cinematic things. And I believe there's a screenshot of Twin Snakes in MGS3 as well. Certainly is a screenshot of it in MGS4. We'll talk about that when we get to it. Come on. There we go. One more and we'll be good. A thing I like about this game, about MGS1 in general, is that, yeah, the bosses are like puzzles. If you know how to beat the puzzle, you know how to beat the boss. And we did it. We beat the puzzle. We beat the boss. And now we get a cool action scene. Probably shouldn't do that. Well, he's cooking the grenade, but he's cooking it stylishly. Look at that! Right in there. Look at this guy. He gets launched out just like he did in MGS1. But for some reason, this happens. Just punch him right in the throat. Oh, I love that. That's hilarious.
Boss, is this all right? Just giving him the card like that?
We'll play with him a little longer.
A little longer.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. He lives and breathes combat just
Raven's
like
a big
you.
boy,
I
but
expect
I feel like
no
his
less
head is a
from
little
you.
large.
You see, I told you so.
I mean, I got a big head myself, but
General
he
Ivan,
doesn't
I
look
hear
that
you
big from a
lost your arm
distance
and ran away
until
home.
you see him right next to someone, because, like, he's kind of got the same proportion as Snake.
People,
You know,
means Snake.
I feel like his head should be a
No,
little
it's an animal
tinier.
to be feared.
Well, Snake is mine now. When I meet him next, I'll take special care of him. Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always.
Yes.
Look at that bird. That
the
bird's so
lid on
happy.
My head. It thirsts for his blood.
All right. See you later. Nuke building, first floor. Let's save the game. Let's do that. There we go. Hey, Mei Ling.
You called, Snake?
I did. Let's save. Save over the holding cells. Save complete.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, naughts had, all spent, where our desires got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items too. Don't get too greedy or you might be sorry.
Don't cause an alert because you need the chaff grenades. We'll take that to heart and completely ignore it. I think I said that last time. Well, it is a remake, so let's just remake the same jokes too.